News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Make it a preset. Chris Crock Show. By the way, our number, of course, 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227. Okay, we got Super Tuesday going on, y'all. And a quick rundown of what we have as of right now. Virginia, Trump up by 28. Maine, Trump up by 46. Massachusetts, Trump up by 26. Texas, the great state of, Trump is up by 56 points. My goodness. Trump is up in Vermont by 1.5 points because Vermont is, well, Vermont, as we all know. I mean, come on. Come on, y'all. So there's just a lot of stuff flying through here. And Trump has been declared the winner of Oklahoma. 15% for Nikki Haley, 82.6% for Trump. I mean, this is embarrassing. Very embarrassing. And as of right now, fake news CNN estimating that Trump gets 578 delegates as of right now. Poor little old Nikki Haley gets 46 delegates to 570 some odd delegates. My goodness. Good night. Okay, so we do know that Nikki Haley won one place. Did you know that, Producer Garrett? She did win one place. Now remember this, very important, that she calls Donald Trump an insider. He's a political insider. Why? Because he was the president. He's an insider. Well, then why, Nikki Haley, did you win resoundingly in the Beltway at D.C.? The only place you won is Washington, D.C. You are the insider. You are where all the big corporations and big money are. You are where all the corruption is. So there's Nikki Haley, and that's why she will not win anything. She might win Vermont, but Vermont is Vermont. I mean, dude. Our number is 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227. Who did you vote for today and why? I want to hear that from you. Who did you vote for today and why? And do you think Nikki Haley will suspend her campaign tonight? Or tomorrow, perhaps? And if you were Nikki Haley, would you end it now or keep on fighting? This is very embarrassing. This is very embarrassing to me. First of all, I voted for Donald J. Trump, obviously. And I voted for yes to, I think, most everything, if not all, the Texas votes. By the way, Trump won Texas. Wall Street Journal just sending a little update to my phone. Trump wins the great state of Texas. And we're continuing following this. Oh, here we go. Trump wins Arkansas, Maine, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia is what CNN fake news says. So Arkansas, Maine, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia. And there you have it, y'all. In Massachusetts, Trump leads by 21 points, even in liberal Massachusetts. All right, I voted for Donald J. Trump because his values are my values. Sure, I want 8 years, but I want somebody that is going to kick butt, take names, and not going to cause another war, and going to make this economy boom. This is it. It's Orange Man. He is it. Nikki Haley is embarrassing herself. Now, I will tell you this. Listening to Kellyanne Conway tonight on Fox, she literally did say, she's the Trump pollster and top Trump advisor, and she could be right back in there when he wins again. I believe he will as of right now. But she said, look, Rubio, Cruz, all these people that Trump was vicious on ended up becoming, his bestie after he won. And so Nikki Haley could get a role in this administration, believe it or not. I was thinking about this today in the shower. I know you like to hear me talking about being in the shower, but nonetheless, I was thinking about this in the shower. I'm like, you know what? She's a milquetoast moderate, but you know what? If she did this, if Trump picked her, then he would have just a smooth nomination and even more so. I don't want that, but on the same token, she's better than the Democrat that's going to run. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with that. But who did you vote for today and why? And do you think Nikki Haley will suspend her campaign tonight or tomorrow? And if you were Nikki Haley, would you end it now or keep fighting? And do you think the longer Haley stays in the race, the worse her political future is in the Republican Party? I do. It's becoming a drag. Like, do you ever want to vote for her again the longer she does this crap? And do you think the longer she stays in, the more she hurts Trump? I don't think she's hurting him. I don't. I think it's like a gadfly, like, bzz, bzz, get out of here, like a little fly. 800-288-WBAP is our number. Chime in right now. I want to hear from you. 800-288-9227. That's 800-288-WBAP. 4 lines open on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. I think, well, and also, by the way, I think Nikki Haley should get out tonight. I think she should come out tonight and say, I'm done. She has no press availabilities tonight or tomorrow. She has no ad campaigns locked in after today. She had nothing except for get out the vote in the middle of the day. Let's go to Joe in Grapevine. You're on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Hey, Joe.
Chris, fire perfect, expend all remain, and show no mercy, take no prisoners, buddy. You're doing it again.
Thank you.
God bless you, man. Semper Fi and hoorah. Listen, buddy, I voted for Trump, Ted Cruz, and the thing that I'm concerned about right now with Nikki Haley, and this is just a question, if you don't have to answer or for some legal reasons or whatever.
There's no legal reasons. I can answer whatever. Go ahead, sir.
All right. Remember with the GOP leader in Arizona that approached Carrie Lake to drop out of the race?
Yes.
And remember what he said, that if it got out that he was talking to her and asking her to do this, offering her cushy jobs or, opportunities and stuff in different areas, that it could be his life. Now, this is the kind of people I'm asking, is Nikki Haley, is she not only with some Democrats, but is she rubbing elbows with this kind of people? Is this the establishment, what we're talking about and who we're dealing with? And not only with Carrie Lake, Chris, but who else? Who else, even some ones that are dropping out or not running again? Who are we really dealing with, not only on the Democrats, but our own side? And if the establishment is not something to be really concerned about, and we need to stand up and fight against these people, what is? When your man tells you that's the leader of the GOP in Arizona, that his life is on the line, if it gets out what he's saying to her, then who are we really dealing with, my friend?
Well, I think that both parties are, there's a lot of stuff that goes on. There's a lot of power, and there's a lot of money, and there's a lot of control. And that brings together a lot of interests. Here's what I want to say, though. I wanted to ask you a question. Do you think Nikki Haley should get out? Do you think she will suspend her campaign tonight or tomorrow? Do you think she should get out? Do you think she will get out today or tomorrow? Or is she going to keep plowing through? And if so, is it hurting Trump more or her in her future?
I think she's trying to hurt Trump. It's already known that the Democrats are supporting her. They've openly on CNN, CNBC, I've heard through this station, and I've heard them in their own words, and pretty much that, yeah, of course, Nikki Haley. I think she's just trying to hurt Trump, and it's obvious what she's doing. She needs to get out.
That's a quick question. Are you okay if Trump ends up picking Nikki Haley for his running mate? Are you going to be okay with that, or are you going to still vote for her?
No, I'm not. If there's anybody that I would like, what is her name? Oh gosh,
over to Kristi Noem.
Yeah, who's the other one? Yeah.
Oh, there's too many.
With the streak down her hair, the white streak.
Oh yeah, for the Democrat from Hawaii. Yeah. All right, I got to roll, brother, but I appreciate your call. All right, Ken in Arlington, we'll take you next out of the box. We got 3 lines open at 800-288-WBAP is our number, 800-288-9227. Who did you vote for today and why? And do you think Nikki Haley's going to suspend her campaign tonight or tomorrow? She should. And if you were Nikki Haley, would you end it now or keep fighting? And do you think the longer she stays in, the worse her political future is in the Republican Party? You think the longer she stays in, the more she hurts Trump? All that next your call as well. Watching the results, I'll give you more updates in real time. Coming up next, Trump is ahead by Nikki Haley by 54 points, or 53 points in Minnesota. My gosh, good night, sister. All that next on the Chris Crock Show on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Super Tuesday, Chris Crock Show on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Make it a preset. 800-288-WBAP is our number. 800-288-9227. We have two lines wide open for you. We have, here's what I got. It's a lot of states, but here we go. Idaho, Trump wins it by a landslide. Nevada, Trump wins it by a massive landslide. North Dakota, Trump wins it by, again, a massive landslide. Colorado, Trump wins it by 26 points. In Texas, Trump wins it by, let's see, guys. This is woo! 57 points. I'm one of those. Oklahoma, he wins it by like 65 or something. Arkansas, he wins it by 50 something. Missouri, just slam dunk won. Iowa won. Iowa's pretty amazing too, by the way. Trump is leading in Iowa over Biden by 10 points now, or even maybe more. It's insane. Fox News talking about that earlier, how it used to be purple. It's Trump country now. Michigan, Trump slam dunks it again. The only one that's up for discussion for possible win by Haley would be Vermont, which honestly is meaningless. Trump wins New Hampshire. He wins Massachusetts, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama. I mean, this is it, dude. Minnesota. Here we go. I forgot Minnesota. There it was. Minnesota, he's up by 53 points. Ouchity, ouch, ouch, ouch. She might pull a victory in Vermont. Then she will have D.C. and Vermont, the leftist of the leftist states, and the district where she's a big Washington swamp creature inside. It's so funny. All right, two lines open, 800-288-WBAP. Who did you vote for today and why? Do you think Nikki Haley will suspend her campaign tonight or tomorrow? And if you were Nikki Haley, would you end it now or keep fighting? Do you think the longer she stays in the race, the worse her political future is in the Republican Party? I have felt that way. But after hearing, what's her name, from the Trump campaign, who's now Kellyanne Conway, now a Fox News insider or whatever contributor, she says that they could bring it together, and you never know. I mean, she could be on his campaign or vice president. They just get vicious. Remember that Kamala called Biden a racist. Never recanted, but is his vice president now. Lastly, do you think the longer she stays in, Nikki Haley, the more she hurts Trump? Let's go to your call at 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227. Ken in Arlington, you're on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3.
Trump.
Okay, you voted for Trump, and why?
Because we need the clown show to stop, and he'll stop it.
Agreed. He seems a little bit more conciliatory in some of his speeches, not as nasty. I think he did that because he wants to just win.
Sure. I mean, I tried to vote for Aki, but I couldn't find his name on the ballot.
For who?
Aki. Vote Aki.
Oh, yes. I usually do vote Aki. Yes, I do. That's exactly right. I appreciate your great call, senor. By the way, Haley, is she going to hang it up today or tomorrow, do you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, she knows she should have hung it up a long time ago. She's staying in because she's getting more money from the Democrats, and she's hoping that Trump gets indicted, and then she'll be the nominee, which that's not going to happen.
Right. Do you think it's possible she could be on the Trump ticket?
If it is, that means that he fell down the stairs and bumped his head. Why would he do that? I mean, that would seal his presidency. He won't get voted in.
Appreciate your call. What, you think he won't get voted in if he puts her on the ticket?
Right.
I think he would still get voted in. I think any moderate milquetoasts who are afraid to vote for Trump would be like, okay, I'm voting for him because then she'll be the next president. But, I mean, we'll see what he does. Nobody knows. Appreciate your call, my friend. Let's go next to let's go to Colin in Missouri. You're on News Talk 820 WBAP. I prefer to call it Missouri. Anyways, go ahead, Carl. Or Colin.
Trump.
Okay, and by the way, where in Missouri are you? Because I worked in Missouri.
Cedar Creek.
Where's that by?
Just east of Branson.
Okay, very good. I was in Jefferson City, Missouri for a couple of years, or for a year. All right, so Trump, and then what do you think about Haley? Will she suspend her campaign tonight or tomorrow? Should she?
Well, she pretty much has to, because she reminds me of my son when he was a toddler, and he wouldn't get his way, just sitting there staring at the wall, hoping they can get what they want. And when you try to talk to her, all she does is go throw a fit and start speaking rants.
I love it. And do you think the longer she stays in, the more she hurts herself in the future with the Republican Party or Trump?
Oh, I think her political career is pretty much over already, unless she goes to Dumbo crap.
I don't think so. I think she's going to run again and maybe she's like the George W. Bush or Jeb Bush, kind of a Republican. Do you think there's any chance Trump picks her as vice president? You watch. I'm telling you, watch out.
I don't think that would be a smart move on Trump's part. I could see him maybe appointing her or offering her position as ambassador to like No-Brainistan or something. But outside of that, I don't think so.
Hey, you have to admit she was fantastic as his UN ambassador when he appointed her. He had hers. She was. Don't you agree?
Well, as long as somebody else is telling her what to do, she's all right. But
well, she did. I think she did hella job when she was there. I appreciate your call, Colin, from the great state of Missouri. One line open at 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227. Let's go to Flash. You are live in Fort Worth on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Hey, Flash.
All right, DJT.
DJT all the way. Got it. Very good. Orange Man. Okay. What about Haley? Do you think she'll suspend or that she should tonight or tomorrow? And is she hurting herself the longer she stays in?
That's a multiple part question. The first answer is that I hope she stays in the race literally even after the inauguration, because the more she's in the race, two things happen. He just piles up victory, piles up dominance, piles up literally wins like the Globetrotters against the Washington Senators. He becomes more and more inevitable and more indestructible the more she's there. I wish that they can drag Hillary into the Republican primary too, so he can bash her as well and even look more dominant. So the point of the matter is, the more she's in the race, the more victories he gets, the more powerful he looks. Keep her alive, man. Keep standing around. Put a cardboard cutout next up there and run against that.
It does look. He does look fantastically powerful. This woman can't break 30 or 40%, except in Vermont.
Bring more people back and pound them. The more you pounding, the more dominant, the more they freak out. Number two, they're bleeding money. Let them bleed all. He's not spending any money in these primaries.
They're bleeding all that big corporate,
exactly.
War spending money.
Man, dude, I want to donate to her so more big money people can donate to keep her alive.
Flash,
so they can blow that money.
You are an awesome caller. And last but not, we got to go here in 2 secs. But do you think she'll? Is it possible she'll be on the ticket with Trump? I mean, and if she was, would you still vote for him?
Well, here's the bottom line. What he needs is a bulletproof vest. So he needs somebody, a VP, that if some unfortunate, Arkansas accident happens, the person that comes up after him has literally a monster chip on their shoulder to avenge. He doesn't need anybody that can be corrupted on the VP.
I think you got a good point, Flash. You are a fantastic caller. You better call again. You're really, really a great caller. Thank you very much. We have one line open, 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227. Super Tuesday. More results, plus who would you vote for today and why you think Haley will suspend her campaign tonight or tomorrow. If you were her, would you? And what do you think? The longer she's in, she hurts herself or Trump more? All that next. 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227. One line open. News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Okay, it's a Super Tuesday, of course, asking you, who did you vote for today and why? Do you think Nikki Haley will suspend her campaign tonight or tomorrow? And if you were her, would you? And do you think the longer she stays in the race, the more it hurts her political future? Or do you think the longer she stays in now, it hurts Trump's political future or his chances? 800-288-WBAP is the number, 800-288-9227 on News Talk 820 WBAP, and now on FM at 93.3. Make it a preset. We have one line open. Texas, a smash hit for Trump, and he won 76% of the vote. And the amount, the delegate count for Trump is, according to fake news CNN, 642 right now. He is ahead by 596 delegates. Poor Nikki Haley has 46. Trump has almost exactly 600 more delegates than she does. This poor woman is being cuckolded day in and day out, and I look for her to get out today or tomorrow. She has no ad placement, she has no TV, radio ads booked, nothing scheduled for tonight or beyond. We'll see what she does. Your call, 800-288-WBAP. Let's go now at 800-288-9227 to Jordan in Dallas. You're on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Hello, Jordan.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for having me.
Great, thank you for calling.
Yeah, so I voted for Trump very proudly in Dallas, Texas, and so many people online with me did the same exact thing. And I happened to be 35 years old, and I was with a bunch of 30-year-olds. So in our age group, I think we were going all for Trump.
Oh, that's awesome. I saw in an article in the Journal today, there's a little piece about people voting for Trump, and these are both women, and they're one lady in here is 30. It's pretty interesting. 30. She appears to be a very diverse type of a lady here. Her name is Kashmir Farmer. She's 31, and she says she voted for Trump the first two times. She voted for him again, and she says it's the people who follow him that do craziness. He can't cross-check every person. His job is to run the country, and that when he's attacked, she likes to see him push back, calling it hilarious and ballsy.
And I think it's totally normal. I think that whole thing that he went through with locker room talk, I think everybody's a fool to think that that doesn't happen all the time, especially in the ladies' locker room as well. I happen to be a huge Nikki Haley fan. I loved her at the UN. I just kind of knew that she wasn't going to be able to take it the whole way, and I believe she's going to step down and back Trump up. I really hope she does, and then everybody can get behind him and just take it to the finish line, because we really need him now.
This is amazing. Okay, you still are a big Nikki Haley fan?
Yeah, I really, really like her. I really like her. I would have voted for her, but you just kind of know that she's not going to be able to take it. She can't do it yet. And I think if she becomes his vice, she'll be able to do it the next time around, because I think she is somebody who, as we women like to say, can finally break that glass ceiling for us and represent on the president's stand, but not yet. She's not ready yet.
Okay, and you said Dallas. Are you a suburban voter or a city voter?
I'm a city voter.
Okay, it's interesting because they talk about the fight for suburban women, and so it's interesting. You're a fan of Nikki's, but yet so you haven't disowned her by what she's done and the attacks on Trump. And
no, that's normal. They do that all the time. Everybody, it's like color war. Everybody hates each other, but as soon as we all end up at the same team, at the end we all come together. This is politics. It happens with everybody.
It's like when I was playing video games over the years as an adult with my brother-in-law, my wife, and I get all nasty and say things, or my own brothers. Sometimes I get all, and then it's like after the game's over, it's like, okay, I'm sorry, dude. Let's go have a drink or something. Yeah.
Let's shake hands and beat the real enemy on the other side, because the way the world is looking now, the enemy has never been so much in our face, so clear. So I hope as Americans we can all stand together and really defeat what's really facing us with fear out there. It's terrifying the world right now. I have a lot of family outside of America, and we're hoping that we can just pull it together to make everything calmer everywhere else.
Where are they?
They're in Israel right now.
Wow. Okay, that's a big deal. All right. Do they live there, or are they just visiting there?
No, I have family that have been living there for about 20 years now, and I'm a proud American. I've been here for a long time. My other half of my family's here, and it's just the world right now for us. It's a little bit scary out there.
It's insane. Are you a dual citizen, Israeli-U.S.?
No, I'm strictly a U.S. citizen.
Are you a Jewish American?
I am.
Okay, this is
a proud one.
Good. My thing is this. I mean, what do you say? Are you shunned by your community writ large when you go to temple or something and they talk about it or anything like that? Because, I mean, aren't you in the minority?
I mean, we're the minority now, and my temple right now, we have 3 armed men out there every Friday night and Saturday. I have 3 children in private schools where we have constant security outside, undercover, and also just straight up police cars. It has never been so scary to be a Jewish American as it is now. But thank God we live in Texas,
The threat
and our neighbors are supporting us day in and day out.
You know how much we love you. And you know how much I love you, and I pray for you, and we are locked at the hip with every one of our dear Jewish brothers and sisters in America, but also in Israel. And I hope you feel that tremendous love and support that we have for you.
Thank you. We do too. And we want to make it clear that we know that this is an issue that affects the people in Israel. And we want to make it clear that it affects the people in America also. But we also understand that it's not only America's priority to take care of Israel. So we want to make sure that America takes care of America first, and the people that live here first, and our borders first, so we can take care of the rest of the people around the world.
Well, I can tell you this, every person that I know, churches like mine and such, we all pray for Israel and its protection and support it unequivocally. And I'm very proud that my pastor, one of my sponsors, Dr. Robert Jeffers, First Baptist Dallas, who will be joining us a little bit later this week, he did the prayer over, he blessed and said the prayer over the new embassy that Trump did, and Trump picked him to do that because they're good friends. So, amen.
Yes.
We're all in lockstep, and it makes me feel so darn good. Thank you so much for your call. Jordan, you're an amazing caller. Please call again. I look forward to your next one, okay?
Thank you for your support. I look forward to the next time around when we're celebrating Trump in the White House.
Amen. L'chaim. To life.
Yes.
Take care, my friend.
Yes.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.
One line open, 800-288-WBAP is our number, 800-288-9227. That was a very special call. I'm very pleased to receive a call from her. That's fantastic. Two lines open, 800-288-WBAP is our number, 800-288-9227. Let's now go to Rose in Tyler. You're on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Hey, Rose.
Hey, Chris. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Rose?
I'm wonderful. God bless your earlier Israeli Jewish caller. I
Yes.
just feel for her for having family over there right now. Pray for her. I'm going to answer your questions, and then I have a question. I voted for Trump, and if I were Nikki Haley, I would go ahead and wave the white flag. So I would like to see her maybe in the future, like your earlier caller said, but not right now. I have a question. So
before your question, may I ask you this? Do you think it's possible that Trump picks her for the ballot to be his vice president? And if he did, would you be okay with that?
I would be okay with that.
Okay, go ahead with your question.
Okay with that.
Go ahead with your question, please.
Yes. Okay, so voting in Texas and voting for Trump, I voted early because I had to work today, and there was no way that I could get off and vote. So I voted early. Obviously, Trump was on my ballot. But I'm wondering, it occurred to me, if you were a Republican voting in one of the states, such as Colorado, where Trump was not on the ballot at that time when you voted earlier, what would happen?
Well, all I know is this: he is on the ballot. The buffoon who beclowned herself, who tried to take it off the ballot, who is not an attorney, and was shamed by a unanimous Supreme Court. She told the people that she treated like crap and misled and confused for no reason that he would be on the ballot today. Previously, I don't know what he would have been on the ballot for up until now when he's running, other than the last time he ran.
No, but I mean, like last week. I voted last week. If you voted in Colorado last week,
that's a great.
And he wasn't on the ballot, and you would have voted for him had he been on the ballot. And you've already cast your ballot. Now what?
I believe that they kept him on the ballot because pending the hearing, I think they did keep that. And I don't know how they collected them, but they may have collected them and said, we're going to hang on to them separately until this goes through. These people, I tell you what, they have these people not tremendously surged this man even more and more and more and more. I have never been more on fire for this man.
I know. And as far as your question, do you think Nikki Haley is hurting Trump? I don't think anybody can hurt Trump. If all of these indictments and all the things that the Biden administration have thrown at him haven't hurt him, I don't think Nikki Haley can hurt him.
I agree, and I got to roll, but I appreciate your wonderful call. We have two lines open, 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227. And you know, one of the prosecutors that was embedded with Fani Willis, Big Fanny, was on the Biden payroll, is an operative of the Democrat Party, was put in there to run things. They are in, and they met with people from Atlanta in the White House, from New York at the White House. Everyone, this is Joe Biden saying, put my opponent in jail because I fear him. What has happened in the past 24, 40 hours is Joe Biden is now afraid. He is afraid because he now sees he has to go mano a mano. Oh, my gosh. Amazing to me how afraid that man is. We're going to continue our coverage of election night, what do you call it, Super Tuesday, a big night. More results coming up next. Who did you vote for today? Why? Do you think Haley will suspend her campaign tonight or tomorrow? If you were her, would you? I sure would. And do you think the longer she stays in the race, the worse her future is for political, or do you think the worse it is for Trump hurting him right now? All that next. 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227 on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3.
NBC just reported that Michelle Obama has said she will not run for president.
Thank God.
Okay.
Yes.
Ainsley said, I would love the reaction from a woman in the crowd. And
I wouldn't vote for a woman, and especially, Nikki Haley. I'm just going to say this. She's probably menopausal. We don't need that.
Okay. She said, how about we vote for people regardless of their gender, just the right person for the job for America?
Yeah, and that's thanks so much, Will. That's kind of interesting because everyone speculated that she was going to run except her. She has never indicated she was going to run.
No.
All right, there we go. That was fun. Mrs. Hussein Obama not running. There you go. Michael is not running. I'm sorry. Some call Michelle. Actually, some say Michael, some say Michelle, but nonetheless, she's running. Wait, my friend. What's that, producer Garrett? Yes, they're running. They're not running. My friend and colleague who I get to fill in from fairly regularly, I don't know if over the past several years, fairly regularly, Eric Harley from the great Eric and Gary. Tonight is all about Vermont. He quotes somebody saying, if anyone says or even thinks that, they need to seriously reduce their consumption of weed. Woo! That's why I love filling in for those guys. All right, y'all. This is trouncing tonight by Trump. He is the president, presidential nominee, unequivocally. As of right now, fake news CNN says he has 642 delegates to Nikki Haley's 46. Puny. We're awaiting Utah. We're awaiting California. We're awaiting. Let's see. Now they're not calling Massachusetts. Hold on. Wait. Let me go to the Journal. They do a better job of this than the other ones. Okay, Vermont, we're awaiting. We're awaiting Utah and California. Vermont, Utah, California. Trump trounces in everyone, including Texas. God bless Texas. All right, one line open, 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227. Who did you vote for today and why? Will Nikki suspend her campaign, do you think? And if you were her, would you? Do you think the longer she stays in the race, she hurts herself or Trump? All right, let's go to Tracy and Azel. You're on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3.
Evening, Chris. How are you?
Great. How are you, Tracy?
I'm doing lovely. I voted for Trump because, my income went a lot farther and my country was a hell of a lot more secure with him in office.
Yes.
Yeah. And I don't think she should stay in. I think she should suspend her campaign. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow. Because it's going to hurt her the longer she sticks around. And while I wouldn't want her for a vice presidential running mate, I'm more of a Michelle Bachmann girl. If she's going to have a female run as vice president, but, there should be a place for her, at least in the cabinet, because she was a good UN secretary.
Yeah, you're talking about, okay, Haley. Yeah, okay, interesting. So you do see a place for her, but not vice president. Tracy, I appreciate your call. And do you think she's going to get out tonight or tomorrow? And if you were her, would you?
If I were her, I would get out because the longer she sticks around, the worse it looks for her in the long run.
Right on. The more she gets beaten with the ugly stick or whatever you want to call it. Appreciate your call. Let's go we got one more quick one. We'll pop in here. Robert in Oklahoma, you're on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Trump won your state by a wide margin. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. I voted for Trump today, and I think Nikki Haley will stay in the race, trying to get as much big Democrat donor money as possible, and at the right time, sign it all over to Trump to help fund his campaign and hurt the Democrats.
That would be great, and then she could be his vice. I'm kind of opening up more to her, even though I can't stand her right now. But if he picks her, I'm in. That's fine.
Same with me.
Good, yeah. So she makes her skin crawl lately, but yeah, we'll do what he does and we'll follow. That's fine. I agree, because Tim Scott's not going to be much more MAGA on his own as president than she would be. They're both moderate. So next, Nikki Haley. We're going to continue here, but we have this. MSNBC analyst warning Trump support stronger than critics think, predicts nearly all Republicans back him no matter what. Do you actually think most of Nikki Haley's voters will go and vote for Trump instead? I have some fascinating stuff on that coming up next. Plus your call. We got Kevin in North Richland Hills, Connie in Mansfield. Plus your call. 3 lines open, 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227 on Super Tuesday.